Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Chef Dijon Zydeco. Today we want to learn you how to make what they call Étouffée. Oh shit, that's gonna be good, yeah. What we're gonna make it with is shrimp. A lot of time they like to use that crawfish and things out the bayou and things like that, but we're gonna make it with shrimp today because I'm a little bit more sophisticated. So the first thing that we gotta do to make the étouffée, and étouffée is a French word. It means to smother. What we're gonna do is to smother that shrimp and all that good gravy shit, and it's gonna be good. But we have to start off to make that roux. Now the roux is what you make with oil and flour. A lot of time they like to make that with butter and flour, but that's real high in cholesterol, and we're trying to cut down on some of that kind of thing there. This is a little healthier. Okay, so the first thing that we gotta do is to turn the stove on. So we're gonna start it off on a medium heat and let that come up some to heat there, and then we're gonna add that oil, and then we're gonna add that flour and show you how to make that roux. Alright, now to make the roux, what we have to do, you get your oil. This is a half a cup of olive oil that I'm using. You can use vegetable oil or just, you can even use that butter like I told you about. Use about a half a cup of that butter. To get, you just let that come up to heat nice. And then you're gonna just throw in your flour, and you got to stand there and stir. This is the thing that most people don't like about the Cajun or the Creole cooking, is that it take a long time to make that roux. Because it's gonna take about 15-20 minutes to make that roux come up to a nice color, you see. So you just stand there and you gotta stir. Let all that mix up there nice. And then you're gonna keep stirring and keep on stirring some more. And then when you get through stirring, you're gonna stir some more again. You just keep on stirring until they come up to that nice little chocolate color, you see. I'm gonna show you, don't worry about it. Alright. Okay, you just keep on stirring that like that. You see it's starting to change color already. It's starting to become a little blonde color. And we're gonna go until it becomes to look like peanut butter or maybe even a little light chocolate, you see. And you just keep that heat low. Sometimes they like to put it on real high heat and go very fast. I don't like to do that. You know, anytime that you go real fast doing just about anything worthwhile, it's not going to be good at all. You want to take your time and let it come up nice, you see. So this is what we're doing with this roux. So I'm going to continue to stir this. I'm going to let you know when it starts to change the color again, and then we're going to put in the rest of the ingredients, okay? Okay, now we done gone from the light blonde color. Now we got it coming up a little bit more chocolatey, you see. And what's going to happen is that the moisture from that oil is going to burn out of this, and it's going to start to become a consistency like peanut butter, you see. And that's when we start to throw in our other ingredients. But I just wanted you to see this part. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to show you when it starts to become real nice and chocolatey shit. You just stay right there. Alright, now you see that color there? Now that's going to be good shit. You keep on stirring that. You just keep on. It starts going to all look like this right here in the middle. You see that? Where it starts to look kind of thick there. With all that moisture done burn off, you see. But we got to keep on stirring. And don't get afraid if it turns real dark. That's okay. That just means more flavor. The darker it gets, the more flavor you get. It can start to take on the color of like a dark Dutch chocolate, you see. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna throw in the next ingredients, okay? You just stay right there, chef. Oh, this gonna be good. This is making a roux, you see, and I start to come up to that chocolate color, that peanut butter consistency, you see. Oh, that's starting to look real fine. Real fine. Now, the next part that we're going to do in just a couple of minutes, I ain't quite ready yet. I ain't quite there yet, but we're getting there. We're going to put the Holy Trinity. Now, we're not talking the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. But what we're talking about is the Holy Trinity of Creole cooking. which is onion, celery, and bell pepper. Any kind of Creole food that you're going to eat, then even what they call that Cajun food that they cook with this too, you see. And that's good stuff, shit. Now we're going to put that in just a minute. You look at it one more time at this roux. You see how this roux is going? You see? Oh yeah, shit. That's a good roux right there. Okay. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to do that in about 2 to 3 more minutes. So you just sit real tight. We're going to have this prepared for you in a jiffy. Alright, now we're getting ready to put this Trinity in here to this roux, you see. Now when you do that, you're going to smell something divine. Oh yeah. Man, that's sounding right already, shit. And you just keep stirring that around. Oh yeah. Oh, I wish that we had the ability to make you smell something on the TV there, because you can't smell it here, but when you do it, I promise you're gonna smell it, and it smells something good. Man, that smells like something to eat, yeah. Okay, now that we done throw in our vegetables, you see, now we're gonna let this cook. This is just the Trinity that we throw in there, right? That's that celery and onion and bell pepper. We done throw that in there. Now we're gonna throw in a little bit of this right here. This is some scallion that I chopped up, just a few of them. You just throw that in there too. And scoop that out and all get in there. Get in there, you're gonna get 8 today. Right here. And you just stir that around. And it's gonna take a couple of minutes just to burn off the moisture from inside the vegetable, you see. And then after that, I'm gonna show you the rest of the ingredients to put in and how long to cook that for. All right, here we go. All right, now we're about ready to throw in the last little parts of our ingredients. What I have here is 2 cloves of garlic that I chop up, you see. And you're just gonna toss that in there too. 2 cloves of garlic that you chop up pretty fine. You don't want to throw it in too early because you don't want it to cook all its flavor out, you see. Now the next thing that we have here is this is a little bit of habanero pepper. Just a half of a habanero pepper. I had to cut the seeds out of it, you see. Because I don't want it to be too hot, but we want it to have some kick, you see. So that's a little bit of a habanero pepper. We're just gonna stir that in there too. Now get it down. Get in there. Oh yeah. The last little piece before we throw in our stock, because we got chicken stock we're gonna put in this too. What we have here is I got some parsley, some celery leaf, and some thyme that I chopped up nice, and we're just going to throw that in there too. Right in there, just like that. Stir it around. Keep on stirring. Stir. Stir. Keep on stirring. You're going to be in good shape when you make this dish, chef. I promise you that. Yeah. Okay, now, here's what we have. This here is a cup of chicken stock. Now you can use a vegetable stock or you can use a shrimp stock or whatever. But this is a chicken stock. I had some left over from another dish I made. Now I'm going to throw this in here because we don't let nothing go to waste. Not around here. Oh, you just pour that right on in there. And mix that all around. Now we're about ready to throw our shrimp in there. But we're going to let this cook for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to throw the shrimp in. The shrimp don't take but 2 or 3 minutes to cook after that. And we're almost ready to eat. Alright, we'll be right back at you. Okay, now we're getting ready to season this up, you see. You know, we add a little water. I added about a cup of water to this too after I threw that chicken stock in there. And now we're just going to add a little salt. You know, you can always add more salt to it when you put it down on the table, you see. You don't want to over salt it. This here is a little extra thyme that I'm going to put in here. Just some dried thyme leaves that I got. And we just tap a few taps in there. Some cayenne pepper that we're going to tap. Or this all about a 1/4 teaspoon a piece that we're putting in there. A little bit of oregano. Just like that. and some paprika. Just a little few sprinkles of that paprika in there. Alright, now we're gonna put some fresh black pepper. And we just stir that up. Now we're getting ready. Oh, that smells good already, chef. We're gonna throw in our shrimp, you see. What we have here is some shrimp that I done already cleaned and devined and peeled. This is about a pound of shrimp here that I had to get at the grocery store. This ain't fresh shrimp, this is frozen shrimp. Now what you want to do is to, when you clean it out and everything, you want to put it in a colander like this so that a lot of that moisture, all that extra water can drop on out of there, you know, because you don't want to thin out your sauce too much, your gravy, you see. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that in. Just toss them right on in there. And in about a couple of minutes here, that'll be ready to eat. When that shrimp turn pink, now you know it's going to be ready. So, that, my friends, is shrimp etouffee. We're going to put the finished product on a plate. We're going to show you how to eat it after that shit. Alright. Now we're ready to add the last little piece de resistance. You see, this is a little bit of butter that we're going to throw in here. Everything tastes better with butter, you see. Now we're just going to stir that in. And you keep on stirring it right on in there. And let it melt down. And that's going to make everything taste nice, you see. Make everything come together and get married. Yeah, that's going to be good shit. And the next thing we're going to show you is how to eat this. Alright, here we go. Now that I made this dish, I'm going to sit down and enjoy some of this myself. You know, I done put a little bit more salt and pepper. You know, you can always put a little bit more when you sit down to eat. And you just serve this with a little plain white rice, you see. Now let me taste this. I'm going to let you know. And that's that Étouffée, chef.